Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Bat Châtillon 155-58. It's the Tier 10 French SPG, and this one's located on the west spawn of Sand River under the command of General Mushy. Battle started. Now it's armed with a 155mm howitzer, and it's got a 3-shot magazine. And the skin you're looking at with the What Arty Noobs logo on is kindly provided by Sir Rusty and Jazz. They provide all the skins for What Arty Noobs. And McMushy's dialing in her aim on the enemy. Looking for a target at the moment. She's pre-aiming at the ridge to the north. Now this is a standard battle. And she's aiming for the central pass, or rather the road that leads up to the central pass. Okay, she's got 3 shots to fire. It's 10 seconds between each shot. That's the intro clip. And it takes normally takes 52 seconds to load a mag, but it'll be slightly shorter if you've got a better crew and a rammer. Only one enemy tank's been spotted so far. It's the Centurion Action 10. This is a Tier 10 battle, all Tier 10. So obviously there'll be more bonds for everyone at the end if you get medals. And the first target's turned up a Cramvarn. She fires around at him, narrowly misses him, but she does stun him. That will give him a warning that Arty's looking at him. He'll probably change his behaviour. She fires another round in, and that must have been close to the Cramvarn. Third round's in the chamber. This is the last one. She's firing it in, and she's now into the reload sequence. 52 seconds before she'll be able to fire another one. At least 52. Wizzy 111.5A's made it up through the pass. And our T57 Heavy and T62A are holding back. In fact, there's a 1-2-1 there now, as we know that there's a Cramvarn around there as well. It'll be interesting to see if the Cramvarn's lost any hit points when we next see him. And he has appeared, and he's actually coming around behind those 2 tanks. So they need to be aware of that. I think McMushy is focusing on the enemies at the top of the pass, but there's a Cramvarn at the bottom. And she fires the second one at the Wizzy 111.5A, gets the near splash. The Cramvarn is now up behind them. Going for the 1-2-1, rounds out. Direct hit! 838 hit points. That's probably a pen, because the alpha damage is 750 if it can pen up to 48mm. And another shot goes in and hits the 1-2-1, but this time only 307 hit points of damage. But unfortunately our 2 defenders, the T57 Heavy and the T62A, have been wiped out. And this is where the Bat Chat 155-58 uses its engine. It's got a very good top speed, 62 kilometers an hour forwards, based on, as said, the M47 chassis, the Patton tank. And well, she's motoring to get to the other side of this hill because she doesn't want to be on the receiving end of any shells from those enemy tanks. We're getting closer and closer to the cap area. Unfortunately, I think that T92 doesn't realise the danger he's in. It could be that he's accepted his fate. But General McMushy's not going to stick around. She's going to relocate, and it's the best thing to do. Getting as fast south as she can. I think she's decided to set up. Yep, okay. She's got some targets to shoot at in the north, trying to protect her cap. IS-7, she's loaded, ready to go. 2 tanks together with Cramvarn. She actually damages both of them at the same time. That was nice. It's a twofer. 2 for 1 shell. Round out on the Cramvarn. He pulls back, but he still gets hit with a splash. And 2 tanks together again. 3rd shot ready to go. Lines it up, and he's going to go for the IS-7. Fires the round in, and that did hit him. She got a hit, 293 hit points, and she got 2 critical hits. I think he hit the front of his vehicle. Well, she's going just... Oh, she was going to go down into the corner, but instead she's sitting here waiting for the reload to complete. Unfortunately, we just lost our Jaeger. The 60 TP took him out. He must have got behind him. Frontal armor on the Jaeger is very, very tough. It's 200 millimeters, so it's very difficult to pen those from the front. Almost ready. A few more seconds and the IS-7 can be hit. Okay, we're loaded. Rounds out straight away. Oh, and the IS-7 goes down. The shell would have hit him if he carried on moving forwards. But instead, General McMushy has changed her aim and she's now going to go for this Badger in the riverbed. Lining him up, rounds out. Direct hit. 300 hit points off that one. And almost loaded. Lined up, rounds out. Direct hit again. So she's used her 3 shots. Now the scores, well, they're fairly even. There's only 1 tank in it. And I think you could say that, well, it's a fairly even distribution of the territory as well, because the enemy holds basically the middle of the map and the far eastern corner, but they don't hold the west or the south. And our Centurions naturally moving through the passes in the north. Now, General McMushy is looking at that cram barn, and I think the Jaeger is indicating that the T110E5 should look for that cram barn. But there's a ship barn, the FB4005. And General McMushy wants that target. It's got that deadly 183mm gun. And he's actually looking at this moment at the E100, probably up at the ridgeline. Well, she fired a round in at that building. Loaded the next round. The Jaeger was last seen in that area. There he is. Dialed in, round out. Direct hit. Oh, fantastic shot. Only 180 scored on the damage on the on her log, but she actually did hit him for 826 hit points. And another shot goes in for 180. So she's badly damaged, that Jaeger. And it's the one thing that can really hurt a Jaeger is artillery fire. And I think what General McMushy was doing there was lining her vehicle up. That's one of the things you can do with a turret that turns 360 degrees. You line your vehicle up to your escape route, and so the turret then turns around to face the enemy, and then when you're ready and when you finish shooting, you can quickly hit the W key and start moving in the escape route direction before the enemy can do anything about it. And all the enemy are now in the center of the map, and that's a beautiful shot there. Takes out the E3. She's still got 2 shots in the clip, but we've lost sight of the enemy in the riverbed. There's a Jaeger, and the ship barn was right near the mosque. He's probably still there, I would think. Okay, see that? She switches out of her aim view, and she can move forward straight away without even having to think about it. She's thinking ahead. That's what Arty players tend to do. They do think ahead. They're trying to think, what is the enemy going to do and where can I be best placed to hit them, or to where can I catch them when they come into view again. Unfortunately, that Jaeger knows that he's in danger, and he's actually hugging the south side of the riverbed because he knows full well that General McMushy cannot hit him so long as he stays in that ridgeline, below that ridgeline. And I think the ship barn's probably doing the same. Centurions moving towards the enemy cap area, but the crack barn was seen in that area as well. Now, is General McMushy going to move? If she moves position, the ship barn's been found. He's also, he was by the mosque. He was at the mosque, and he's been taken out by our E3. So General McMushy can now move. And she can get into a position so she can take out that Jaeger. We know where he is as well. He's in grid square F4 at the moment, on the edge of F3. Oh my god, she just wiped out the enemy Arty. She found him and took him out with one shot. That's amazing. A quick counter battery. There's the mouse. Seen in the south. Again, Arty does not respect mouses because it's just a huge amount of HE, which really badly damages heavy armor tanks. It does module damage. It doesn't respect it at all. With other tanks, you have to pen in order to do damage. With Arty rounds, no, it's HE. It's shaking the vehicle to pieces. That's what does it. That and the shockwave. Of course, the shockwave kills crew members because it goes to the very core of the person. Of course, people are made out of mostly water, and when you apply a shockwave to water, it breaks cell membranes, and well, it just does very nasty things to the body. Well, the enemy Cranvarn's been seen. He actually moved up from the south. He's now near the pass. That's the same one we fired at the start of the game, I think. At least it may be. I don't think we can kill him with one shot, but we can certainly badly damage him. Oh, beautiful shot! 424. She nearly did kill him with one shot. 4 hit points left. He's a one shot for anyone who can get him now. We only need to get the shell near enough. Oh, that was just too far away. She's now on the long reload. But there's never been a better chance for that Centurion now to kill the Cranvarn. So long as he can keep him in sight, Gentleman she can put around into him. And the Jaeger, well, she's getting into a position where she can shoot him as well. Lining up. Centurion will see the Cranvarn very shortly. And the Jaeger is being killed, but by the enemy Arty. By one of them. There's the Cranvarn. Lining him up. Rounds out. This should be kill shot. Yes, it is. Beautiful. Centurion picks up the spotting there. So it's 4 versus 2 now. And the only enemy tank left alive is the mouse. And of course, their Arty, the Bat Châtillon 155-58, who just got a kill. So it'd be nice if we could locate where he is. And I think, well, General McMushy just fired a quick counter battery shell to see if she can get that 155-58. Fires another one in. Now she's got four more mags of shells to fire. She probably won't need that to get rid of the mouse. Oh, the Bat Chat's been spotted. There he is. And he was nearby where she was shooting, but he didn't lose any hit points there. But he has now, and I think that shell came in from the E100. Or was it from our T92? I think it was the T92. In all this action, we forgot to mention that the T92 has stayed alive this long, which is pretty amazing, all things considered. Going for the mouse. Almost loaded. He's probably going to want to hug that cliff on the other side because of the Centurion. And that will give us the chance to fire a few rounds in on him. That stuns him. Now, can we get one that does damage? And the T-92's hitting him as well. The E-100's just killed the enemy Arty, so this is the last remaining enemy. And that's the 1 minute hooter. So we desperately need to kill this mouse. Oh, direct hit! 139 hit points. Now, ideally, Gentleman Mushy needs to move south now to get closer to the riverbed so she can shoot up the riverbed towards the mouse so there's no escape for him. Centurion is still chasing that mouse down the edge. The T-92's firing in. 20 seconds left. We have to kill the mouse in the next 20 seconds. Our team are closing in. There's the mouse. He's got very low hit points. We're almost loaded. Rounds out. Oh, and he's being killed. The Centurion Action 10 got him out and dived off the cliff. He died at the end there. Oh, poor Mad Max 66. He was a little too enthusiastic to kill the mouse and died in the process. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a first class tank for General McMushy in the Bat Chat, 155.58. She got a Bruiser medal for killing at least 5 critical hits. She got 14, a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of her own vehicle, and a Confederate medal because she hit more of the enemy than anyone else on her team. And the win rate for that game was 4,923, which is Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game goes to the Jaeger on the enemy team. 4,264 hit points goes to him. The next highest scorer was our E100 with 4,166. And then came General McMushy with 3,936 hit points of damage. And of course, that Gore's medal and Confederate, which were the only medals awarded in that game. When it came to kills, again, it's a shared honours between the E100, General McMushy, and the T110E3, all with 3 kills apiece, but only the E100 and General McMushy managed to stay alive long enough. And when it came to base XP, it was General McMushy. She was top of the table with 966 base experience points. Then came the Centurion Action 10 with 962, who died in the process of winning the battle. And after that, the E100 with 959. She fired 28 rounds in that game, got 12 direct hits and 2 penetrations, and 20 splash. Damage of 3,936 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. She damaged 10 of the enemy, so that's 2/3 of the enemy team, and killed 3 of the enemy, 1/5 of the enemy team. She did 873 hit points of stun assist off 20 stuns. On a premium count, she earned 58,323 credits from that game, and after resupply of ammunition and consumables, she took away 6,963 credits. If she'd actually had a free-to-play account, she would have made a loss for that game. She received 9 awards for the 9 bonds for the awards for the Confederate and for getting the Gore's medal, and she also earned 10 bonds because this was tier 10, and so took away 19 in total. She got 1,449 XP times 2 for the first victory, took 100% for the personal reserve bonus, and so she took away 4,347 experience points altogether. So she definitely had to work hard in that game. It really was a hard earner, mainly because the enemy were playing it very safe. They knew where to place their tanks in order to avoid fire during the later stages of that game. And also, General McMushy did actually relocate correctly the moment that the enemy tanks were making their thrust along the north route. She relocated so that even if they had reached the cap area and the T-92 had been killed, she still would have been available to provide Arty support for her team. But it worked out very nicely in the end, and they got all the kills. So, with only a few seconds to spare at that, if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.